The UK is facing a crisis of uncontrolled legal migration that is putting unmanageable pressures on housing, schools and hospitals in many communities, especially during the pandemic. The Conservative government, led by Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, has failed to deliver on its promises to take back control of immigration and fix the broken asylum system. According to official statistics, net migration to the UK was 500,000 in the year ending March 2022, the highest level since this means that 500,000 more people came to live in the UK than left. Most of these migrants came from outside the EU, mainly from Asia and Africa. Many of them entered the UK through irregular channels, such as crossing the English Channel on small boats or overstaying their visas. These migrants have no legal right to stay in the UK and are often exploited by criminal gangs and traffickers. They also pose a serious risk to public health and security, as they may carry infectious diseases or have links to terrorism. Moreover, they compete with British citizens for scarce resources and services, such as housing, education and health care. The impact of uncontrolled legal migration is particularly severe during the pandemic, when the UK is already struggling with a shortage of hospital beds, staff and equipment. The NHS is overwhelmed by COVID-19 cases and has to cancel or postpone non-urgent treatments and surgeries. The influx of migrants adds to the burden on the health system, as they may require testing, isolation, vaccination or treatment for COVID-19 or other illnesses. The situation is also dire for schools and housing. The UK has a chronic shortage of affordable and social housing, with millions of people on waiting lists or living in temporary accommodation. The arrival of thousands of migrants every month exacerbates the housing crisis, as they need somewhere to live and may end up in overcrowded or substandard conditions. Similarly, schools are under pressure to accommodate more pupils from diverse backgrounds and languages, which may affect the quality of education and integration. The government has failed to address these challenges effectively and has instead resorted to empty rhetoric and symbolic gestures. Prime Minister Sunak has announced a new 5-point strategy for dealing with illegal immigration, including plans to fast-track the return of Albanian asylum seekers, clear the backlog of asylum cases by the end of next year, increase raids on illegal working and establish a new command to patrol the channel. However, these measures are either too little too late or unrealistic and unworkable. For example, Sunak's plan to deport thousands of Albanians ignores the fact that Albania is already on the list of safe countries since 2003 and that deportations are subject to legal challenges and delays. Sunak's plan to clear the backlog of asylum cases by doubling the number of caseworkers is unlikely to succeed given the complexity and sensitivity of each case and the risk of errors and injustice. Sunak's plan to increase raids on illegal working may harm innocent people who have been wrongly identified as illegal immigrants or victims of modern slavery. Sunak's plan to establish a new command to patrol the channel may not deter migrants from attempting dangerous crossings or prevent smugglers from exploiting them. In short, Sunak's migration plan raises more questions than answers and does not address the root causes of uncontrolled legal migration or its consequences for British society. It is a political stunt designed to appease his right-wing base and distract from his government's failures on other fronts, such as Brexit, COVID-19 and inflation. It is time for Sunak to stop playing games with people's lives and livelihoods and start delivering real solutions that work for everyone.